I'd invested like $3,000, and just in the last two weeks, that is now over $5,000.
Okay, so welcome. Thank you so much for your time. Tell us your name, where you're from, and what do you do?
So my name's Danny Scarhill, originally from Liverpool. I live in Crawley, West Sussex now. I'm a chiropractor, although I'm stepping out of that business imminently. I'm also a coach, work with entrepreneurs to help them recover from burnout, and also do a little bit of trading as well, which is why we're here today, isn't it?
Wonderful, absolutely. So tell us, what was your level of knowledge before you first came to us?
Well, we first met years and years ago, about 10 years ago. Prior to that, zero knowledge. Now, obviously, a lot more knowledge and experience.
I've noticed your energy is a lot calmer than it used to be. I mean, really? I remember you. Yeah.
I'd have not noticed that. That's interesting to hear that.
I don't know if that's good or not. I'm going to say that's good.
Okay.
So tell us, what was the best thing about, what are you now? Are you doing cryptos? You're doing stocks? What are you doing now? What's your main thing?
Stocks and cryptos more recently.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what's the best thing for you about being in the Investment Mastery family and the clubs for you specifically?
It's the support, and whenever I have a question, post a question, and I'll get an answer back promptly.
That's fantastic. What do you use the most? Do you use forums, or do you come on the calls? What do you use the most?
I use forums to look at the all the watch lists every weekend, and I have calls with Dennis about every month. So we do mainly one-to-ones, and I watch some of the webinars as well, often, to be fair, but never live really, the webinars. I watch them back.
Do you watch them at a faster speed? Do you do 1.5?
Sometimes I do, yeah.
Don't you? No, that's what I do. I honestly, I can't listen to people like hello and all this. I'm like, I just want to get to the nuggets, that's why we put them on there. Okay, brilliant. So tell us your results. I'm sure people want to know.
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite an interesting journey, because I over the last 10 years, I've done trading on and off and then stopped for long periods. But during lockdown last year, at the beginning of it, I thought, you know what? I first met Marcus when I was just over 30. I'm now 40. I'm not going to let another 10 years pass and still say, I wish I started this. So lockdown was a blessing in that regard. And then I started one-to-one coaching with Dennis in August, I think that was. It's taken quite a while to get some consistency, but I'm now getting the hang of it. I was just looking at some stats before we jumped on the call today.
Yeah.
I know we're not at the end of Feb yet, but I'm just over 4% up for this month.
Overall?
On my stocks. Yeah, overall in the stocks, yeah. But obviously, last month and prior months were not like that. So I'm starting to get the consistency now, which is great.
You're getting more confident, yeah?
Yeah, and more certainty and more, reading the charts better in different time frames and stuff like that. And that's took time to get there.
Yeah, of course it does. It does. It's just a process. You have to go through that. And then yes, on the cryptos.
Cryptos, it's been more to date buy and hold for me. But I'm just learning all the other strategies and stuff. But just from a financial perspective, that was I'd invested like $3,000, and just in the last two weeks, that is now over $5,000 by doing nothing, just buying and holding. So I'm not even doing these strategies specifically for that yet, but I'm learning them as we speak.
Do you wish you would have put more money in them?
Yes and no.
I know that's a good answer. No, I understand that. Yeah, that's good. Because you never know, right? But you did really well there, coming up to 100% almost. And we are at the beginning of the bull market, so it's going to be really interesting what this year brings. What would you say to people who are thinking about, getting into cryptos, getting into this new financial world? What would you say to them?
I would say get in. On my, I've got a little post-it note on the outside of my office. A mentor of mine said ages ago, get the getting while the getting's good.
I agree.
So yeah, get in now, because theoretically, or certainly it seems, we're at the, as the Yanks say, ground zero right now.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of scope for big gains, I would say.
Oh, yeah, with the institutions coming in, we're creeping towards, early mass adoption, and
Yeah.
it's really good that you've done it, got in before then. What is your biggest learning that you would share with somebody about stocks and shares or investing, trading? What was your biggest learning, would you say?
The biggest learning.
Biggest nugget? Like if there was a total beginner, what?
It's something I struggled with, I guess, because it wasn't a habit yet. Something I struggled with to begin with, but now it's a habit, is regardless of whatever I am doing, at 9 o'clock in the evening, I go upstairs to my office and spend 20, 30 minutes reviewing trades, moving stop losses if need be, and all that kind of thing. That took quite a few. So I've been coaching with Dennis for, I think I've had 6 calls now, so 6 months, maybe 7, because there was a big gap for Christmas and that. Often it would be like, have you done your 20 minutes? I'm like, yeah, I've been doing it like probably 3 of the 7 days, but now it's every single day.
You're in the habit now.
Yeah, and usually on a Sunday I'll spend 2 hours preparing for next week.
Yeah, really researching.
It took ages to get to that process, but it's just, it is what it is,
That's awesome. Keep going. Honestly, just keep going. You will not regret it. Like, you said the last 10 years, but anyway, so the next 10 years, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Danny. Great to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, mate. Good to see you as well.
See you soon,
See
yeah?
you soon. Cheers.